Hey, welcome to Craft Central Designs. For today's tutorial, I have for you this very beautiful Easter deco mesh swag. This swag has a big, gorgeous mixed ribbon bow, a decorated wood bunny, and decorated wooden eggs, and a happy Easter sign. I love this one, and I hope you do as well. Welcome back to my current subscribers and to all stopping by my channel today. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, I love receiving your comments and the opportunity to interact with my channel visitors and subscribers. Okay, let me show you how I created this beautiful Easter swag. Let's look at the items that you will need to create this piece. I have here a wood bunny that I purchased at 40% off at Hobby Lobby. I believe it's $4, so it's only a couple dollars for that very cute bunny. It's about a half an inch thick. And I have there a frame that I created for my swag. I used 4 painter sticks. I overlapped them about 6 inches. And I used Gorilla wood glue. And on the ends, I used 2 craft sticks that I was able to just cut with scissors, and I wood glued that as well. And that's my frame for my swag. Very easy to do. I have here 2 rolls of 10-inch deco mesh. This is in the spring section at Hobby Lobby, but I thought it was perfect for an Easter wreath. It has little daisies on it. It's a very pretty, very hardy deco mesh. I also have here some other rolls of deco mesh. Those 2 are from Hobby Lobby. I got at 40% off. I didn't end up using those 2. And I got this one at Michael's. They had a great sale. Buy 2, get 2 free. So that minty green went perfect with one of the ribbons that I used in the bow. So I was very pleased to find that. Michael's also had a buy 2, get 2 free for the Celebrate ribbons. And the Celebrate ribbons are really excellent quality ribbons. That one there is from Hobby Lobby. The pink one that I just showed you from Michael's, I didn't end up using that. I'm just showing you some options. That one I did love, love, love this Celebrate ribbon. It's a beautiful wired ribbon, 1.5 inch. That one with the little daisies goes with the deco mesh, also in the spring section at Hobby Lobby. I didn't end up using that, but it's a very good choice for a swag or a wreath. And there I'm showing you why I love that minty green deco mesh, because it goes beautifully with that wired ribbon that I had purchased last year on Amazon. It's a very cute Easter ribbon. And then I have another Celebrate ribbon there, one of the ones that I got on their buy 2, get 2 free sale. Here I have some eggs. They're 4 inches high, about, I want to say, a little over a 1/4 inch thick. They're very substantial wood eggs. And I had those left over from last year, and I'm almost certain I got those on Amazon. I'm showing you here a number of trims and narrow ribbons. I use these to decorate the eggs, to create a bow for the neck of the bunny. And I also used one of the ribbons to wrap around the perimeter of the bunny, which you'll see what I did with that in just a little bit. So I have some different trims and different ribbons. I have some wood cutout flowers, which I believe I had purchased at Dollar Tree last year, but I didn't end up using those, but those are options for a swag. Those covered with scrapbook paper is also very cute to place on a wreath. This little sign I picked up at Michael's, and the little Happy Easter sign come in a 3-pack at 40% off in the Easter section at Hobby Lobby. This little sign was another option that I had that I was considering using, because that little Easter sign sits very perfectly in there, right? That would have been very cute, but I think I'm going to save that for another wreath. I have here some Snow White Waverly chalk paint, Bod Podge. I keep mine in a squirt bottle. Some Aleene's Tacky Glue. I'm definitely using that. A paintbrush. Some clips because I need to create deco mesh bundles. Regular crafting tools, scissors, wire cutters, finger protector, and of course, a hot glue gun. I'm showing you there my bag of eggs because if you don't want to decorate the wood eggs, you could use these eggs as an option. Those you could purchase anywhere. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart. It's very easy to find. All right, so I have this wood bunny that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I am going to be covering that with a scrapbook paper. So I'm showing you some different options. I have a pretty pink gingham check. That one, I think, has tiny, tiny polka dots. That one I just showed you. Bigger polka dots there. A little tiny floral print. This was a polka dot. And I'm always watching my orchids and my pinks because it's very hard to match. As you can see, I'm showing you. That one's a cute one. It has swirls. I think I used that on one of the eggs. A little tiny polka dot orchid. That's striped I used on an egg. Perfect for an Easter egg. And that iridescent white. Oh, I love that. I ended up using that for the bunny. Okay. And we have there more scrapbook paper, but I'm going to be using that scrapbook paper not only for the bunny, but to decorate the eggs as well. Now, firstly, we're going to go ahead and prepare our bundles. I have sectioned off on my table there 16 inches, and I'm going to be cutting 16-inch pieces of deco mesh. I'm going to use 3 pieces per bundle, and I'm going to be doing the woodland method. This deco mesh is so pretty, and it's very hardy, very easy to work with, very minimal fraying, very minimal. So I'm going to cut my 16-inch pieces, 3 of them, and I'm going to show you how I create my bundles using the woodland method. I have my clips, very essential. You could use clothespins as well, or any kind of clip. You could use a chip clip. It would work the same way. And you're going to roll up the raw edges 3 times, scrunch it up the middle till you come up to the other side that you rolled up. Roll it up 3 times, put a clip on it, turn it around. The factory edges go on the left and right, the raw edges on the top and the bottom. Scrunch it up and clip it. You need 1 more coming up. Roll it 3 times, clip it, turn it around, roll it up 3 times, scrunch it up the middle with your fingertips. And now we're going to put all those together. I usually crisscross mine a little bit when I put them together. And I'm going to tell you now, don't use a half of a pipe cleaner like I just did. Use a full-size pipe cleaner. I don't often work with painter stick frames, so I kind of forgot that I needed a longer tail on my pipe cleaners. So instead of using a half of a pipe cleaner, use a full size. And you see you need a little bit of an extra pipe cleaner on the end, wrapped around your bundles, just so that you can wrap it comfortably around the painter stick. Now on my frame, I wrapped 2 of those bundles on, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. The other bundles go on each side, 6 on each side. So you can see there, I'm applying 1 to the bottom, and I wrap it around that cross piece there, which was that crafter stick. And then I just proceed to create all of my bundles and fill up that frame with that beautiful deco mesh. And there it is. So pretty. 14 bundles one on the top, one on the bottom, and then the other 12 go 6 on each side. Now the back looks like a hot mess, but that's okay. We can fix that. I pull all my deco mesh forward, and I am going to go up and down that piece and put a stream of glue everywhere there is an attachment of a bundle along the pipe cleaner. I'm also going to take my wire cutters and snip off all the excess. We do have a little bit left on one roll, so I used almost 2 full rolls to create that bed of deco mesh on that swag frame. I have a little empty spot there, which I filled in with another bundle. I think I had dropped one off the side of my craft table. Didn't realize it, but I ended up filling it in with that extra bundle that I had dropped. And now I'm just shaping everything. If any of your bundles kind of uncoil, no problem. It's so easy just to coil it back. And also don't hesitate to use a little bit of deco mesh if your bundles aren't behaving or sitting exactly the way you want them to. You can use a little dab of glue to get them to sit the way you want them to. So now I'm going to do some painting. I'm going to paint around the perimeter and the inside perimeter of my sign. I'm going to paint the back of my eggs and the sides of my eggs. And for my bunny, I'm only painting the sides. Okay, now I'm going to cut out, I'm going to trace first around the bunny, and then I'm going to cut out the bunny's shape on the scrapbook paper. Now, I didn't end up using this pink. I ended up using the iridescent white. But no matter, because this is what I'm showing you. This is how to do it. And you can't see it there, but I have the pencil marks, and I just cut it out with scissors. Now it's time to apply the scrapbook paper. Now I do it one section at a time. I usually do just the head first. Now that sticker on the back of that bunny, it's very tough to get that off. If you have a heat gun, it really helps. If you're using a thick, sturdy scrapbook paper, you don't even need to worry about taking off this sticker. But if you're using a thin paper, you want to go ahead and either scrape it off with a spatula or use a heat gun. That really helps to get it off. So you want to align the piece that you just put on that with the Mod Podge underneath it. That's why I suggest that you do just a section at a time. That way especially if you get the head right, everything else kind of falls into place, so to speak. Now, I usually use a piece of saran wrap, or even just a plastic bag will work. Those little bags that you get in the produce section at the grocery store, those work really well. But I go ahead and I smooth that out all the way up to the tips of the ear. And then I just do another application of Mod Podge on the bottom. Now you want a nice even layer, not too thick and not too thin. Now I'm going to do my eggs, and I do each of my eggs one half one scrapbook paper and the other half another. And this creates really, really cute eggs. And I really mixed it up. My polka dots, my stripes. I have a pink one with some swirls on it. I have a little, oh, that one's cute. I have a little tiny floral print on that one. So I do one half at a time. Nice even layer of Mod Podge. And then down the center, I either use a piece of narrow ribbon or a piece of lace, some kind of lace trim. I have 5 eggs all together. These eggs, again, are about 4 inches high, maybe a 1/4 inch thick. They're very substantial wood egg. And then I use Aleene's Tacky Glue, if I can get it to come out. Oh my goodness, to apply my trims and my ribbons. And I just press those down. Any excess on the sides, I just trim it off. Now, as far as anything that you apply to your wood, whether it be the bunny or the eggs, if you have any overhang, if you will, or any of that paper extending beyond the edges, you can either trim it off with scissors, or you can use a zip sander or a sanding block, whatever you choose. I just trim mine with scissors. And I decorated all 5 eggs, and now it's time for this gorgeous bow. This bow is going to be so beautiful on this piece because I left very long tails. I want to say 14 inches on those tails. I'm going to be creating my bows the same way I always do. Fold over my loops, pinch it in the middle, twist my ribbon, fold it over. The length of these loops is about 10 inches, 9 to 10 inches, something like that. I'm going to be doing 3 loops on each side, pinch it in the middle, scrunch it, I'm showing you there. Keep a nice grip with my thumb and my index finger, fold over my loop, pinch it in the middle, scrunch it down, twist the ribbon, because you always want the right side up. A lot of ribbons only have one good side, so you have to keep that in mind, and that's always why you have to twist when you go to fold over a loop. All of these loops are around 9 to 10 inches in length, 3 loops on each side, and this is going to be my base of my bow. And I want that other tail that I just cut off from the spool to be also around 14 inches long. I'm going to be curling my tails down the side of that swag. And it is going to be so pretty. And this ribbon, as I mentioned, is phenomenal. Okay, tier number 2 of my mixed ribbon bow. Again, 14-inch tail, 10-inch loops, fold it over, pinch it in the middle, twist my ribbon, fold it over, pinch it in the middle, make sure my loops are all symmetrical. Just by eyeballing it, you don't have to measure them. You can eyeball it. But if you want to measure them, feel free. You can do that. Just put a ruler on your table and just kind of, set your ribbon down and make sure you're getting around the same length with each loop. 3 loops on each side for this tier as well. I want that nice long tail, so I cut that off. And I wrap a pipe cleaner around that bow. And that's my second layer of my triple ribbon bow. Twist it in the back. Look how pretty. Nice long tails, just what I wanted. Now the top tier. This ribbon is a very nice ribbon that I pretty sure I got on Amazon last year. So chances are they might still, have it on Amazon. It has a lot of colors on it. That's what I really love about it. I believe it's around 1.5 inches, possibly closer to 2 inches. And I'm going to create a 3-loop bow or a 3-loop bow on each side or 6 loops all together. And I made these loops maybe just a tad smaller, maybe 9 inches instead of 10. Fold it over, pinch it in the middle. Now for this tier, this is the top one. So I'm going to wrap a pipe cleaner around those loops right there just to secure those. And then I'm going to create a center loop to finish off the top of my bow. I'm going to take it, twist it, so the right side is facing up. And I'm just going to fold that loop under to create one single loop going right down the center. And I hold it with my thumb after I folded it under. Take that pipe cleaner in the back, stick it through that center loop, bring it around the back, and now everything is all secure. Twist it in the back. Now I'm going to leave those long pipe cleaners on the back there. Leave my long tails. I'm going to be using that extra ribbon there for some little ribbon bundles. You'll see in a bit. And now I have 2 long tails on that bow as well. So I'm going to fluff up my bow, or my loops a little bit. Then I'm going to open up my pipe cleaners and I'm going to start applying those other bows to that bow so we can construct that triple ribbon bow. So I'm going to snip off the pipe cleaners in the back so that I get a nice flush application when I go to put that next ribbon bow on there, which is the pink and white striped. So I keep my pipe cleaners open and I press that right. Everything is matched up or meshed together by aligning all the middle, all the centers of each bow, if that makes sense. You want everything all in alignment and very flush and very, very snugly applied to one another. So once I achieve that, I twist my pipe cleaners in the back. And now all of those bows, all 3 bows, are now connected and adhered together. And what a beautiful bow this is. Beautiful Easter colors. And look at those long tails. Oh, I just love to curl tails down a piece. This is going to be fun. You'll see how pretty this is. I'm not going to bother cutting, angling the ends of my ribbons. I don't dovetail. You do you if you like that. I'm showing you here that deco mesh and how it really picks up the bunnies in that ribbon. Oh, it's so pretty. And the orchid as well really, really goes together beautifully. I'm always happy for that because trying to match pinks and orchids, I know you've all heard me say it, but boy, it can be a crafter's headache sometime to get it right. I'm showing you again that beautiful deco mesh. I'm going to be creating some, actually 5 bundles, and I'm not going to use the woodland method. I'm just going to be scrunching up the deco mesh and create kind of ruffles. I'm going to be using 16-inch pieces, 1 of each per bundle. And you just place the factory edges on right and on the left and right, and then the raw edges are on the top and bottom. And see how I just scrunch it up with my fingers? When I start the bundle, or when I start the piece, I turn it under a little bit at the beginning and a little bit at the end, just to try and turn under the edges of that raw deco mesh. But this is Michael's and Hobby Lobby deco mesh, and I can tell you, very, very minimal fraying. So you don't have to worry much about those raw edges. But I turn it under a little bit. Now I have these pretty little kind of scrunches or ruffles, whatever you want to call them. And I put the 2 together, which I love that color combination. Now I'm going to tell you again, use a full-size pipe cleaner here. You see me using a half. And again, I just, again, forgot that I needed those extra pipe cleaner tails because I have to reach down through the deco mesh and twist that pipe cleaners onto that wood frame, and I'm not going to be able to do it with a half a pipe cleaner. So I ended up putting a full size around those bundles. You'll see in a bit. Look at my bunny. I used an iridescent white scrapbook paper, and I love it. I really did a change of mind from the pink. I just wanted to do a white one. And it's very iridescent. It picks up that iridescence that's in the deco mesh. Off camera, I made a little 4-ribbon bow with narrow ribbons, and I popped a little pink, baby pink floral rose in the center, and I'm going to be placing that on the neck of my bunny. There I have my eggs. I glued my Happy Easter on my sign. Oh, and I also put a piece of scrapbook paper inside the sign, and I did that simply by putting that sign down on scrapbook paper, tracing around it, but then I had to trim it down just a little bit to get it to fit inside of that sign. Then I just used Aleene's Tacky Glue to glue that sign on. Now I've also decided to place one piece of ribbon on each of those 5 ruffle bundles that I created. And I cut 8-inch pieces of ribbon, 5 of them. I dovetailed the ends. I opened up the wires on my bundles and just attached that piece of ribbon. So you see there, I have just one piece of ribbon. I decided I needed to add a little bit of color toward the bottom of the swag. So that's what I decided to do to achieve that. Now I do have this really pretty white satin ribbon. It has a little bit of stitching on the side, decorative stitching. I believe I got this at Walmart. I love their narrow ribbons selection that they have there. I often go there just to pick up little narrow ribbons. And what I'm going to do is cover the perimeter of my bunny. Now, I love to do this on wood pieces. It adds a decorative touch. See how pretty that is? And it also hides the striations of the wood. So there it is. Look how pretty that is. So I dressed up my bunny. Now I'm going to take that bow, put it toward the back of the neck of my bunny. So in that cluster of ribbons, I have a sheer pink, that nice minty green with polka dots, and 2 different white narrow ribbons. Now I have to prepare my wood pieces to go on my swag. Now, full-size pipe cleaners for all of these. I finally learned my lesson after I made the errors earlier. So I put a full-size pipe cleaner on each egg, and then additionally, I took a little piece of felt and glued that on top. Now, I'm going to be reaching down through my deco mesh and applying those to that wood painter stick wreath frame or swag frame. Notice that pink, that bunny, has a little bit of it's iridescent, but it almost has a hint of pink. I don't know if you could tell it in the light there. I just love that. Anyway, I took one of those little cottontails from the Dollar Tree. They have packages of those bunny tails, and I glued it to the wood bunny. Look at that bow. Do you see how I curled my ribbons? Going down the side, I angled my tails. Now I'm showing you where I applied my eggs. I put 2 at the top, 2 on the sides, 1 toward the bottom. Look how pretty this is. My beautiful iridescent bunny, my Happy Easter sign. I have my bundles, my scrunchy bundles applied there. Oh, I think this just turned out so beautiful. Now you could do this in so many different color combinations. I'm just here for inspiration to show you how to create that swag frame and to add your own creative ideas. Look at this beautiful swag. Absolutely love this one. I hope you do too. And I hope you leave me your comments and let me know what you think of this one. If you like what you see on my channel and you're new to my channel, I hope you will subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Love, love. So pretty. And until next time, you all take care.